morning, children. Welcome back to chemistry class. In the previous class, you have learned how to find the n factor or how to find the equivalent weight of elements, acids, bases, and salts. In this class, let us learn how to find the n factor and then equivalent weight of oxidizing agents and reducing agents. We have studied the redox reactions or oxidation reduction reactions. Oxidation and reduction Hop reactions take place simultaneously in a chemical reaction. The oxidation reactions cannot be separated from the reduction reactions. If one substance gets oxidized, another substance gets reduced during the redox reaction. We have learned various definitions of oxidation and reduction. Oxidation is defined as the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen by a substance or to a substance. Addition of oxygen to a substance or removal of hydrogen from a substance is said to be oxidation. In the same way, addition of hydrogen to a substance or removal of oxygen from a substance is said to be reduction. This is the old concept of oxidation and reduction. We have learned the modern concept also. Oxidation is the loss of electrons according to modern concept. The gain of electrons by a substance or element is known as the reduction by modern concept. You know that the substances which undergo oxidation are said to be reducing agents, and the substances which undergo reduction are said to be oxidizing agents. That means during a chemical reaction, oxidizing agents undergo reduction and reducing agents undergo oxidation. You have also learned that in a redox reaction, the oxidation states of the reducing agents and oxidizing agents get changed. So in terms of oxidation number or oxidation state, the increase in the oxidation state of an element is said to be oxidation, and the decrease in the oxidation state of an element is said to be the reduction. Okay? The element which undergoes oxidation, that means the element which loses electrons or which gives up electrons is said to be a reducing agent. The element which takes off electrons is said to be an oxidizing agent. An element may take one or more electrons, or an element may lose one or more electrons. So depending on these factors, let us know how to find the n factor of oxidizing agents and reducing agents. Redox reactions can be classified into several types. Redox reactions can be classified into several types. In the previous classes, we discussed only one kind of redox reactions. They are intermolecular redox reactions. They are intermolecular redox reactions. In the intermolecular redox reactions, if one substance undergoes oxidation, another substance undergoes reduction. That means the element which undergoes oxidation and the element which undergoes reduction are present in different compounds or different substances. Such kind of redox reactions are said to be the intermolecular redox reactions. In intermolecular redox reactions, if one element undergoes, one element of a substance undergoes oxidation, another element of another substance undergoes reduction. For example, Zn plus HCl gives rise to ZnCl2 plus H2. This is an example of intermolecular redox reaction. In this reaction, this is not a balanced equation. Actually, in order to find whether the reaction is redox reaction or not, you need not balance it. The oxidation state of zinc is 0, as zinc is in the elemental state. Here, oxidation state of hydrogen is +1 and oxidation state of chlorine is -1. In the products, oxidation state of zinc is +2 and oxidation state of chlorine is -1 and oxidation state of hydrogen is 0. Okay? Here, the oxidation state of chlorine is not being changed. There is no change in the oxidation state of chlorine. That means in this reaction, chlorine is neither undergoing reduction nor undergoing oxidation. Which substance is undergoing reduction? The element whose oxidation state is decreased. Here, hydrogen's oxidation state is decreased from +1 to 0. Decrease in oxidation state or oxidation number. Decrease in oxidation number. It happens by the gain of electrons. By the gain of electrons. Each hydrogen atom, each H plus ion gains 1 electron and changes to neutral hydrogen atom. So, it undergoes gain of electrons is called oxidation. It undergoes reduction, not oxidation. Decrease in oxidation state is reduction. Gain of electrons is called reduction. Okay? Zinc is changing from +0 oxidation state to +2 oxidation state. That is, there is an increase in the oxidation number. This happens by the here electron is gained. Here by the loss of electrons, by the loss of 2 electrons, oxidation number decreases. Zinc is undergoing oxidation and hydrogen is undergoing reduction. That means zinc in one substance undergoing oxidation and hydrogen in another substance undergoing reduction. This kind of redox reactions are said to be the intermolecular redox reactions. Let us know how to find the equivalent weights of oxidizing agents and reducing agents in the redox reactions of intermolecular type. That is in intermolecular redox reactions. Okay. For example, potassium permanganate in the presence of acid changes to potassium sulfate, manganese sulfate, water and nascent oxygen. The oxidation state of manganese in potassium permanganate is 7. The oxidation state of manganese in manganese sulfate is 2. The oxidation state of manganese is changing from +7 to +4. It gets reduced. This happens by the gain of 5 electrons. One molecule or one formula mass of potassium permanganate gains 5 electrons. In order to get reduced, so n factor is 5. So equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 5 in this particular condition, that is in the presence of acid. The same potassium permanganate in the presence of a base gives potassium manganate. It changes to potassium manganate. Potassium permanganate changes to potassium manganate. Okay. The +7 oxidation state changes to +6 oxidation state. This is possible by the gain of 1 electron. So equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 1. That is, equivalent weight is same as molecular weight for potassium permanganate in basic condition or alkaline condition. In slightly acidic condition or in neutral solutions, potassium permanganate changes to manganese dioxide, in which the oxidation state of manganese changes from +7 to +4. What is the change in the oxidation state? 3. 7 minus 4, 3. This is possible by the gain of 3 electrons. This happens by the gain of 3 electrons. So equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 3 for potassium permanganate in the neutral solution or in slightly acidic solution. Let us go to one more example, that is the action of potassium dichromate in acidic condition. Not only potassium permanganate but also potassium dichromate acts as an oxidizing agent in the presence of acid. Potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 in the presence of acid, any acid, either sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, changes to chromium salt. If sulfuric acid is used, it changes to chromium sulfate. If hydrochloric acid is used, it changes to chromic chloride. The substances formed are potassium sulfate, chromium sulfate, Cr2SO4 taken thrice is the formula of chromium sulfate, plus water plus nascent oxygen. So in this, the +6 oxidation state of chromium changes to +3 oxidation state. Okay, this is possible by the gain of 3 electrons. By the gain of 3 electrons, the chromium changes from +6 oxidation state to +3 oxidation state. But there are 2 chromiums in the molecule. So what is the total number of electrons gained by one molecule of potassium dichromate? 2 into 3 electrons, that is 6 electrons. Therefore, n factor of potassium dichromate is n factor of K2Cr2O7 is 6, not 3. Therefore, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 6 in the case of potassium dichromate in acidic condition. Okay? Another kind of redox reactions are intramolecular redox reactions. Intramolecular redox reactions. Intramolecular redox reactions are the reactions in which one atom of an element undergoes oxidation and another atom in the same compound undergoes reduction. One atom of a compound undergoes oxidation, another atom in the same compound undergoes the reduction. This kind of redox reactions are said to be the intramolecular redox reactions. For example, KClO3 on decomposition gives KCl plus O2. Potassium chloride on heating decomposes to give potassium chloride and oxygen. Here, potassium chloride KClO3 on heating decomposes to give potassium chloride and oxygen. The balanced equation is 2 KClO3 gives rise to 2 KCl plus 3O2. Okay. What are the oxidation states of various elements? Potassium 1. In all the compounds of oxygen except in superoxides and peroxides and in some special cases, oxygen's oxidation state is -2 only. So in this potassium chloride also the oxidation number of oxygen is -2. What would be the oxidation state of potassium here? The sum of the oxidation states of all the elements should be 0. Let X be the oxidation state of chlorine. Oxidation state of potassium is 1. 1 plus X plus 3 into -2 is equal to 0. You know how to find the oxidation state? 1 plus X plus 3 into -2 is equal to 0. 1 plus X minus 6 is equal to 0, or X is equal to 6 minus 1, that is 5. So what is the oxidation state of chlorine in potassium chlorate? The oxidation state of chlorine in potassium chlorate is plus 5. Plus 5. The oxidation state of potassium in the product is plus 1. Oxidation state of chlorine is -1. Oxidation state of oxygen is 0, as oxygen is in the elemental state. Here the oxidation states of two elements are changing. Both the elements which undergo change in oxidation state are belonging to the same compound, potassium chlorate. They are not in different compounds. One element of potassium chlorate, that is chlorine, is undergoing what is it? Oxidation or reduction? Reduction, it is gaining electrons. Plus 5 oxidation state is changing to -1 oxidation state. This happens by the gain of 6 electrons. By the gain of 6 electrons. Gain of electrons is called reduction. Gain of electrons is called reduction. -2 oxidation state of oxygen is being changed to 0. -2 is changing to 0. oxidation state of oxygen is -2 in potassium chlorate. In the elemental state, its oxidation state is 0. So, how many electrons are gained by each oxygen atom to become from -2 oxidation state to +2 oxidation state? By the loss of 2 electrons. Oxide ion, gold minus ion, loses 2 electrons and changes to neutral oxygen atom. So 2 electrons are lost by each oxygen atom and 6 electrons are gained by each chlorine atom. In the balanced equation, how many electrons? There are 2 moles of potassium chlorate in the balanced equation. How many chlorine atoms are there? 2 chlorine atoms are there. 2 chlorine atoms on the whole gains 6 electrons. Gain of electrons is equal to, or number of electrons gained is equal to, number of electrons gained is equal to how much? Gain per molecule. Number of electrons gained per molecule. 2 molecules have 2 chlorine atoms. Each chlorine atom gains 6 electrons here, gains 6 electrons here. So per molecule the gain of electrons is equal to 6. Okay. Number of electrons lost. Number of electrons lost is equal to, which element is losing electrons? Which element loses electrons? Oxygen is losing electrons. There are 3 oxygen atoms in a molecule. Each oxygen atom is losing 2 electrons. So 3 oxygen atoms lose 6 electrons. That is, the number of electrons lost by oxygen are gained by chlorine. Number of electrons loses or number of electrons lost per molecule is same as number of electrons gained. So for this kind of reactions, that is intramolecular redox reactions, for the intramolecular redox reactions, the N factor is number of electrons lost or number of electrons gained per molecule. Okay? What is the N factor? In the reaction, KClO3 gives rise to KCl plus O2. KClO3 gives rise to KCl plus O2. What is the N factor? N factor is equal to 6. That is the number of electrons lost by the molecule or number of electrons gained by the molecule. That is number of electrons lost or gained by one molecule. That is the way of finding the N factor. If N factor is found, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by N factor. Equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by N factor. That is equal to molecular weight by either number of electrons lost or number of electrons gained by one molecule. In this kind of intramolecular reactions, The same substance is acting as oxidizing agent and reducing agent. The same substance is acting as oxidizing agent and reducing agent. If a substance acts only as an oxidizing agent, N factor is equal to number of electrons gained. If the substance acts only as a reducing agent, N factor is equal to number of electrons lost by molecule. If substance acts only as oxidizing agent, N factor is equal to number of electrons gained by the molecule. If the substance acts only as reducing agent, the N factor is number of electrons lost by the molecule. In the case of intramolecular reactions, the same substance is undergoing oxidation and reduction. In such a case, number of electrons lost is same as number of electrons gained. So we can write either the total number of electrons lost by one molecule or total number of electrons gained by one molecule in the place of N factor. So equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by M factor. Okay? That is molecular weight by number of electrons lost or number of electrons gained by one molecule. Another kind of redox reactions are disproportionation reactions. Disproportionation reactions. Disproportionation reactions. Disproportionation reactions. The disproportionation reactions are also intramolecular redox reactions. These are also intramolecular redox reactions. The difference between intramolecular redox reaction and a disproportionation reaction can be seen now. We discussed KClO3 to decompose KCl and oxygen. Here oxygen's oxidation state is 0 minus 2, but chlorine's oxidation state is how much? Plus 5. Here chlorine's oxidation state is minus 1. Here oxidation state of chlorine is decreasing. That means chlorine is undergoing reduction. Oxidation state of oxygen is increasing. That is, oxygen is undergoing oxidation. Different elements in the same compound undergoes oxidation and reduction in normal intramolecular reactions. Whereas in disproportionation reactions, the same element in the same compound undergoes both oxidation and reduction. The same element in the same compound undergoes both oxidation and reduction. For example, when chlorine is bubbled through sodium hydroxide solution, when chlorine gas is bubbled through cold dilute sodium hydroxide solution, it gives sodium chloride, sodium hypochlorite, NaClO, and sodium chloride and sodium hypochlorite. Sodium hydroxide gives sodium chloride and sodium hypochlorite. This is not, water is not necessary here. NH4OH plus Cl2 gives rise to NaCl plus NaOCl or NaClO plus H2O. Water is formed in this reaction. Here, oxidation state of sodium is +1, Oxidation state of oxygen is -2. Oxidation state of hydrogen is +1. Oxidation state of chlorine is 0, as chlorine is in the elemental state. Oxidation state of chlorine, sodium is +1. Oxidation state of chlorine is -1. Oxidation state of sodium is +1. Oxidation state of oxygen is -2. What is the oxidation state of chlorine in sodium hypochlorite? NaClO. The total number of oxidation states should be 0. Let X be the oxidation state of chlorine. +1 plus X -2 should be 0. 1 plus X -2 should be 0. X is equal to how much? 2 minus 1, that is +1. So what is the oxidation state of chlorine in sodium hypochlorite? The oxidation state of chlorine in sodium hypochlorite is also +1. This is also +1. Here, observe the oxidation states of all the elements. For hydrogen +1, oxygen -2. +1 for sodium. There is no change in the oxidation state of sodium. For oxygen -2 and -2, there is no change in oxidation state of oxygen. Hydrogen +1, hydrogen +1. There is no change in the oxidation state of hydrogen. Let us see the oxidation state of chlorine. In the reactants, the oxidation state of chlorine is 0, whereas in the products, the chlorine has different oxidation states, -1 and +1. The same element, chlorine from oxidation state 0 changes to chlorine with oxidation state -1 and +1. Chlorine is changing to -1 and chlorine is changing to +1. 0 to -1, decrease in oxidation state. Decrease in oxidation state is called reduction. Decrease in oxidation state is called reduction. Chlorine is changing to, with the 0 oxidation state is changing to +1 oxidation state. Oxidation state is increased. This is called oxidation. Chlorine undergoes reduction and oxidation. Chlorine undergoes reduction in the formation of sodium chloride. Chlorine undergoes oxidation in the formation of sodium hypochlorite. That is the same element chlorine is undergoing both oxidation and reduction. Whereas in normal intramolecular redox reaction, different elements in the same compound undergo oxidation and reduction. Whereas here, the same element in the same substance, undergoes both oxidation and reduction. That means the same element is acting as oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. Here different elements in the same compound are acting as oxidizing agent and reducing agent, but in disproportionation reactions like this, the same element undergoes both oxidation and reduction. Okay? This kind of reactions are said to be the disproportionation reactions. Here, number of electrons gained by 2 chlorine atoms. 2 chlorine atoms are formed. Number of electrons gained by 2 chlorine atoms. It is not easy to calculate the number of electrons gained or lost from this equation. Okay? That means the amount of chlorine taken, certain part is undergoing oxidation and certain part of element is undergoing reduction. Here, the part of element that undergoes both oxidation and reduction may be same fraction or different fractions. So, for this kind of disproportionation reactions, we calculate the N factor by a method, a simple method. That method is, let us take the chlorine is undergoing only oxidation. Let us take chlorine is undergoing only oxidation. Cl2 changes to NaClO. If chlorine undergoes only oxidation, like this, two chlorines give 2 NaClO. Two chlorines are present, so we are considering only the element which is undergoing oxidation. Two chlorines give 2 molecules of NaCl. This is the oxidation reaction, or oxidation of reaction. Okay? Here, 0 is changing to Cl. What is the oxidation state of Cl? Plus 1. There are 2 chlorines, so plus 2. This happens by the loss of 2 electrons. This happens by the loss of 2 electrons. 0 changes to plus 1. There are 2 chlorine atoms in the molecule. So how many electrons are gained by, how many electrons are lost by chlorine molecule to give 2 molecules of NaCl? 2 electrons. So here the N factor of oxidation reaction is equal to 2. The N factor of oxidation reaction is equal to 2. Now let us take the element which is undergoing the reduction of reaction. In the reduction of reaction, chlorine is changing to NaCl. In the reduction of reaction, chlorine is changing to, this is oxidation. In this, we have considered that the substance is undergoing only oxidation. In the second one, we considered that the substance is undergoing only the reduction. Here, oxidation state of chlorine is 0, oxidation state of chlorine is minus 1. How many electrons are gained? By the gain of 2 electrons, 2 molecules. Number of atoms of chlorine should be same. So we need to multiply this with 2. So number of electrons gained by each molecule is equal to 2. So the N factor of reduction reaction N2 is also 2. N factor is also 2. Now, the N factor of the total reaction, if N factor of the total reaction is N, the relation between those and the N factors of oxidation and reduction reaction will be 1 by N is equal to 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. That is equal to the N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. N1 into N2 by, no, N1 plus N2 by, that is equal to N1 plus N2 by N1 N2. That is 1 by N. Or N is equal to N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2 gives the N factor of disproportionation reaction. The N factor of this disproportionation reaction is, what is it? This disproportionation reaction is 2 into 2 by 2 plus 2, that is equal to 1. 2 into 2 by 2 plus 2, that is equal to 1. If N factor is 1, If n factor is 1, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 1. So the equivalent weight of chlorine is same as molecular weight of chlorine, that is 71 in this particular reaction. It doesn't mean that the equivalent weight of chlorine is always 71. It depends upon the nature of reaction. It depends upon the electrons gained or lost. So how do you find the n factor of disproportionation reaction? The reaction is considered as only oxidation reaction. For that reaction we find the n factor. Suppose it is n1. If the reaction is considered as only reduction reaction, the n factor is n2. Then the n factor of the total reaction or resultant reaction n is equal to n1 n2 by n1 plus n2. In this way, n factor is calculated. If n factor is calculated, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by n factor. In this particular case, as n factor is 1, that is 2 into 2 by 2 plus 2, the molecular weight is same as the equivalent weight. Okay? Let us see one more example of disproportionation reaction. Potassium chlorate on heating decomposes. This is the intramolecular redox reaction. Let us see one more example. Phosphorus reacts with sodium hydroxide solution. Phosphorus reacts with sodium hydroxide solution to give phosphine, and the products are phosphine and sodium NaH. Okay. H2 P2O4. NaH2P2O4. NaH2P2O4 phosphine and sodium metaphosphate. NaH2P2O4 is sodium metaphosphate. The balanced equation is 3NaOH plus 3H2O gives rise to PH3 plus 3NaH2P2O4. Even the equation is not balanced, we can calculate the n factor by considering the number of atoms. Here, the oxidation state of phosphorus is 0 as phosphorus is in the elemental state. Oxidation state of sodium is +1, oxidation state of oxygen is -2, and oxidation state of hydrogen is +1. Oxidation state of hydrogen is +1, oxidation state of oxygen is -2. Here, oxidation state of hydrogen is +1 and oxidation state of phosphorus is -3. Why? The sum of the oxidation states should be 0. Suppose oxidation state of P is X, X plus 3 into +1 should be 0. X plus 3 should be 0. That means X should be -3. Oxidation state of phosphorus is -3. Here, oxidation state of sodium is +1, oxidation state of hydrogen is +1, oxidation state of oxygen is -1, -2. Now, what is the oxidation state of phosphorus? Let the oxidation state of phosphorus be X. Now, from this, 1 plus 2 into hydrogen 2 plus, there are 2 phosphorus, 2X, minus or plus 4 into -2. Oxidation state of oxygen is -2. Oxidation state of sodium is +1. Oxidation state of hydrogen is +1. As there are 2 hydrogens, 2 into +1 +2. If oxidation state of phosphorus is X, there are 2 phosphorus atoms, so +2X. There are 2 oxygen atoms, so 4 into -2 is equal to 0. Now 3 minus is equal to 0. 3 minus 8 is minus 5. Okay? 2x is equal to minus 5. This minus 5 becomes plus 5. Then it is taken to the right side. Minus 5 plus 2x is equal to 0, or 2x is equal to plus 5, or x is equal to 5 by 2. Oxidation state of phosphorus is 5 by 2. What is the oxidation state of phosphorus here? 5 by 2. Okay? Now let us go to the element which is undergoing oxidation state is phosphorus. No change in the oxidation state of sodium, no change in the oxidation state of oxygen, no change in the oxidation state of hydrogen, only oxidation state of phosphorus is being changed. Here oxidation state of phosphorus is decreased. Decrease in oxidation state is called reduction. Oxidation state of phosphorus is increased from 0 to 5 by 2. That is, oxidation state of phosphorus is increased. That is oxidation. Okay. Now let us see the number of electrons gained. We can't say that in phosphorus, some of the phosphorus undergoes oxidation and some phosphorus undergoes reduction. We can't say how much percentage of phosphorus undergoes oxidation and how much percentage of phosphorus undergoes reduction. So in this case, let us split the oxidation of reaction and reduction of reaction. Reduction of reaction. Suppose phosphorus undergoes only reduction. P4 changes to pH3. If undergoes only reduction, P4 changes to pH3. That is, as there are 4 phosphorus here, 4 pH3. Okay? Oxidation state of phosphorus is 0. Oxidation state of phosphorus is minus 3 in pH3. There are 4 phosphorus atoms, so change in oxidation state is minus 12. Change in oxidation state is minus 12. Okay, what is the change in oxidation state? Per molecule of phosphorus, minus 12. By gaining 12 electrons, phosphorus changes to phosphine. Here N factor is equal to, that is N1 is equal to 12. Okay? Now let us take only oxidation reaction. Let us consider phosphorus undergoes only oxidation. That means phosphorus changes to Na2, NaH2, O4, that is sodium metaphosphate. As there are 2 phosphorus atoms here, 4 phosphorus atoms here, there should be 4 phosphorus atoms on the right side also. So it is to be multiplied by 2. Okay? So phosphorus atoms are same. Here, oxidation state of phosphorus changing from 0 to 5 by 2. Increase in the oxidation state of phosphorus of each phosphorus atom is 5 by 2. There are 4 phosphorus atoms, so 4 into 5 by 2, how much? 10. So 4 phosphorus atoms lose 10 electrons. 4 phosphorus atoms lose 10 electrons to change to sodium metaphosphate. Okay? For each phosphorus atom, change in oxidation state is 5 by 2. There are 4 phosphorus atoms, so in the molecule, change in oxidation state is 4 into 5 by 2. that is equal to 2 into 5, that is 10. That is N2 is equal to, that is N factor of the oxidation reaction is 10. Now, N is equal to, that is N factor of the total reaction is N1 N2 by N1 plus N2, that is 10 plus 20 by 10 into 20 by 10 plus 10 into 12 by 10 plus 12, 10 into 12 120 by 10 plus 12 22, 120 by 22, 120 by 22 is equal to how much? 120 by 22 is equal to 5.45. 5.45. This is the N factor. If N factor is 5.45, molecular weight is equal to, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by N factor, that is molecular weight by N factor, that is molecular weight of phosphorus is 4 into 31, that is 124 by 5.45. 124 by 5.45. In this way, the N factor is calculated for disproportionation reactions, and from that N factor, the equivalent weight of the substance is calculated in the disproportionation reaction. Okay? There is another kind of redox reaction known as comproportionation reaction. That comproportionation reaction is also an intermolecular redox reaction, just like normal redox reactions. Comproportionation reaction. In the comproportionation reactions, actually these comproportionation reactions are opposite to disproportionation reactions. The same element in different compounds undergo both oxidation and reduction. In disproportionation reaction, the same element in the same compound undergoes oxidation and reduction, whereas in comproportionation reaction, the same element in different compounds undergo oxidation and reduction. For example, H2S plus SO2 gives rise to S plus H2O. When hydrogen sulfide gas is bubbled, when hydrogen sulfide gas is made to react with sulfur dioxide gas, we get droplets of sulfur or deposition of sulfur on the polar parts of the container. Sulfur gets deposited. Here, sulfur is present in different compounds and sulfur is deposited here. Oxidation states hydrogen plus 1, sulfur minus 2. Here, sulfur plus 4, oxygen minus 2, sulfur 0, hydrogen plus 1, oxidation, oxygen minus 2. There is no change in the oxidation states of hydrogen and oxygen. Only oxidation states of sulfur is changed. Minus 2 oxidation state changed to 0. Minus 2 oxidation state in H2S changed to 0. Minus 2 changed to 0. That is increase in oxidation state. It is nothing but oxidation. This reaction is oxidation. That means in this reaction sulfur is acting as a reducing agent. Here plus 4 is changing to 0. 4 changes to 0. Decrease in oxidation state. So this is reduction. So in this reaction sulfur is acting as an oxidizing agent. In both the substances of sulfur, here sulfur is acting as oxidizing agent and reducing agent, but the sulfur is not belonging to the same compound. Sulfur of one compound is acting as an oxidizing agent and sulfur of another compound is undergoing reduction. That is, sulfur in one compound is undergoing oxidation and sulfur in another compound is undergoing reduction. This kind of redox reactions are said to be the comproportionation reactions. For this kind of reactions and normal redox reactions, the n factor is calculated in the same method.